Times are too difficult now. Day after day, natural red flames burn continuously. Another sect has fallen. Only one person remains in the scorched earth, looking at everything before them in lonely desperation. You're one with a destined curse, but you shouldn't die. At this moment, a man flew down from the sky. Before his appearance could be seen, an arrogant force swept in with silk gauze. The man came before the child and asked, "Do you know who I am?" Years of tempering fire, burning across 90,000 miles. I can slay humans, ghosts, gods, and Buddhas. The fire-slaying lotus for one person. You are Battle Demon Tang Shao. In Gue calendar year 313, Battle Demon Tang Shao took in a disciple with great potential, origin unknown. In Gue calendar year 451, to conquer the ancestor, Tang Shao alone slaughtered 3,000 cultivators. The 9 heavens of the cultivation world were enraged and sent 9 void masters to execute him immediately. Not just a battle demon, he fought against the supreme with matchless power. The battle lasted for days without rest. Under the master's full-force attack, Tang Shao was defeated in 9 battles. Then it happened. Using the Lonely Bird evil secret mantra's red fire lotus, he sent someone out of the battle circle. Thus fell a generation's battle demon. Since then, the master of Muzong Manor was blessed with a precious son. But the newborn showed unusual signs. A birthmark like raging flames on his forehead, resembling a fire seed, unknown when it would ignite new flames of war. This is Muzong Manor, the most peaceful place in the world. The martial arts world fears it, and the powerful show it respect. Rumors say Mu family's ancestor reached sainthood in cultivation, ascending to the 9 heavens. His descendants withdrew from the world. Generation after generation lived in seclusion on Muzong Mountain. Whether the path turns or not, outsiders don't know. My story begins here at Muzong Mountain. This day, I was practicing magic as usual, but there seemed to be no response. Failed again. What exactly went wrong? Suddenly, shouting came from outside the door. Shao Lu, what time do you think it is? Get up quickly. Hearing the shouts, Shao Lu hurriedly took out the linksy paste used for disguise and began applying it. The disguise paste is running low. Need to make more before summer. As Shao Lu was getting dressed, the guest room door was kicked open with a bang. An elderly man walked in and began scolding him. Mu Shao Lu, how many times have I called you? Are you secretly practicing cultivation again? The man's sudden scolding startled Shao Lu. Uncle Yu, didn't I say I was coming? Shao Luo responded. The young master's medicine is being prepared in the kitchen. Won't be delayed. Indeed, he was just a servant in the manor, the kind that serves others. Uncle Yu grabbed Shao Luo's ear. Won't be delayed? The new guest advisor takes office today. The kitchen is busy preparing the welcoming feast. You'll have to brew the medicine yourself. Hearing Uncle Yu's words, Shao Lu showed an expectant face. I wonder what kind of person the new guest advisor is. To be able to serve as the manor's advisor after the Grand Master must be a cultivation practitioner. Seeing this, Uncle Yu became angrier. Still dreaming. The manor strictly forbids practicing magic arts. How will you take over my position in the future? If others learn you've broken this rule and report to the manor lord, I won't help you. Shao Lu shouted, I'm going to get the young master's medicine, and quickly fled from Uncle Yu. As Uncle Yu would say, dreaming about becoming an immortal every day, better to serve the master well. Inherit the position of Yushu and become a butler. Joke's on you. How could I, Mu Shao Lu, be trapped in this manor forever? I'm destined to become one of the 9 heavens immortals. Lost in thought, damn, ran too fast, can't stop. Just as Shao Lu was about to fall, a man caught him from behind. Shao Lu quickly turned to look. The man wore excellent fabric, yet it wasn't bulky. Instead, it was a practical style for movement. A sword at his waist, its luster showing it was made of dark iron, something never seen in the manor. Thinking of this, Shao Lu quickly bowed. This humble one accidentally bumped into Master Kachin. Please forgive me, sir. Before he finished speaking, the man ignored Shao Lu and walked past. Shao Lu watched the departing man. It seems this new Master Kachin isn't as approachable as the Grand Master. Just then, the red birthmark hidden on his forehead suddenly began to sting. Soon after, Shao Lu brought the medicine to the young master. Just as he reached the door, he heard conversation inside. Brother Tang, will you come again tomorrow? I want to eat plum cakes and candied hawthorns. Then a man's voice. If Yenner likes them, I'll bring them. Shao Lu eavesdropped at the door. Strange. Who was the young master talking to? Then the man walked out. It was the same person from earlier. giving Shao Lu a fright. The startled Shao Lu almost spilled the medicine, but neither seemed to notice him. The young master explained to the man, "Brother Tang, this is my lifelong personal servant." The man looked at Shao Lu, noting his decent skills. Then the young master pulled him in. "Come in, you embarrassment." After calling Shao Lu inside, the young master ran out again. "Brother Tang, remember to come see me tomorrow?" "My goodness, isn't this like an old bull eating tender grass?" After the man left, the young master approached Shao Lu. "Help me with yesterday's copying assignment from the teacher. All 20 chapters. I can't write it well." Shao Lu held the medicine and asked, "Who was that just now?" "He's Tang Ingjio, the manor's new guest advisor. You know, after the Grand Master left, the Muzong Mountain advisor position was empty. The manor recruited heroes from all over before the new year. Brother Tang took first place." Hearing this, Shao Luo asked, "Is he a cultivator like the Grand Master?" "I don't know about that. Why are you asking?" "Father forbids magic arts in the manor. Even if he is, it's none of your business. But even if Brother Tang is ordinary, he's the best among ordinary people. Handsome, strong, and gentle. This girl must have fallen for him." Shao Lu mentioned, "Indeed, the new advisor is undeniably handsome. To replace the Grand Master and win first place, his strength must be considerable. But gentle? That's not an expression a gentle person would show." Some days later, Shao Lu pondered. Master Tang had been coming for 10 consecutive days, each time bringing the young master things from down the mountain. "I've gotten some peace, but I feel there's something hidden here." Today, Shao Lu opened the young master's door as usual. Sure enough, he came again. Better not disturb them. As Shao Lu was about to leave, he saw a book on the table. Only half a year remained until the Sword Sect's triennial recruitment. The Sword Sect doesn't accept mortals. For cultivators, 18 vital points. If I can't reach the Qi refinement stage and get a spot in the Sword Sect within half a year, I'll never have a chance at cultivation. Perhaps I'm not meant for cultivation. Better to resolve it all in one dream. In his slumber, Shao Lu dreamed of a master. "Master, you've reached such a demonic level of cultivation. Why do you still read this book every day? This is the way of heaven and earth, the foundation of cultivation. Qi and Dantian are heaven and earth. All things return to their origin. This book is obscure and difficult to understand. I can't make sense of it at all. If you don't understand, you can't even reach the first stage. You're naturally clever, child, yet you don't grasp the way of heaven and earth at all. But I, your teacher, won't give up. I want to become a powerful cultivator. Shao Lu, remember your determination. Hold on to it, and never let anyone bully you again." In his sleep, someone suddenly moved the book on Shao Lu's face. Startled awake, Shao Lu shouted, "Who is Tang Ingjio?" Tang Ingjio looked at Shao Lu. The great Tao of Zulian scripture. "A mere servant actually has this?" Tang Ingjio snatched Shao Luo's book. Shao Luo shouted, "Give it back." Tang Ingjio said sternly, "The Sword Sect's entry-level techniques. No Sword Sect disciple may leak them. Violators will have their limbs severed." Hearing this, Shao Luo suddenly understood. "You mean this isn't ordinary forging technique? Could the Grand Master be from the Sword Sect? Why did he never mention it?" "So the person in my dream was the Grand Master." Tang Ingjio began pressuring Shao Lu. "You'd better confess honestly. You should know the consequences if I expose this." Shao Lu looked at him. "I haven't even questioned you, a suspicious person, yet you dare threaten me?" Shao Lu pushed Tang Ingjio. "It was just a gift from an old friend, nothing worth mentioning. But Master Tang, you're getting awfully close to the young master. Your secrets seem no fewer than mine. How dare you?" "The young master is clever and lovable, naturally likable. What do you mean by deliberately getting close?" Hearing this, Shao Luo lowered his head silently. "Is that so? The young master has been pampered since childhood, proud and unrestrained. Being liked comes naturally. How could I, who's never been treated that way, wrongly guess Master Tang's motives? This servant was presumptuous. I apologize to Master." "Haha, you're hurt, aren't you?" After apologizing, Shao Lu said, "This book is very important to me. Could Master please return it?" Tang Ingjio threw the book to him, saying, "You're just a mortal. This book is useless to you. Take it." As Tang Ingjio was about to leave, Shao Lu grabbed his clothes, saying, "I'm foolish. I've had this book for long, but still can't understand it. Since Master knows it so well, could you please give me some guidance? Shao Lu's action surprised Tang Yingjiu. You dare to set your sights on me? Shao Lu excitedly asked. Is it possible, teacher? Tang Yingjiu turned and replied, did I agree? Then Tang Yingjiu leaned close to Shao Lu and said, considering you're Yenner's personal servant, teaching you isn't impossible, but there's a price. Meanwhile, the young master was looking for Shao Lu. Where has Shao Lu gone? Brother Tang brought me plum cakes again. I wanted to let him try some too. Indeed, she caught sight of Tang and Shao Lu standing very close. Receiving guidance, Shao Lu walked quickly. No matter what, with a master's guidance now, the chi refinement stage is within reach. Soon after, Shao Lu arrived at the young master's room. Entering, Shao Lu called out, young master, why did you summon me? However, upon entering, he saw chaos everywhere. Books and scrolls were scattered all over the floor. Shao Lu hurriedly asked, did the teacher leave some difficult problems that you couldn't solve, making you angry? Shao Lu approached the young master. Please calm down, young master. It's just homework, not worth getting angry over. But the young master grabbed a paper ball and threw it at Shao Lu, shouting, what good is it for a servant to know a few characters? Shao Lu looked at her. This little ancestor was fine this morning. What evil spirit has possessed her? Shao Lu hurriedly tried to calm her. Young master, don't be angry. All faults are mine. Your health isn't good. Please sit down and rest. Hearing Shao Lu's words, the young master became more agitated. Drop the act. Who do you think you are? How dare you touch my cousin brother? After hearing the young master say this, Shao Luo quickly explained, Master Tang was just asking about your preferences. Is that how one asks? You were embracing. We weren't embracing at all. The young master mumbled while coughing. I saw it with my own eyes. How could it be false? So that's what this is about. Tang Yingjiu, Master Tang and I were indeed only talking about you. Shao Lu turned to leave. Since you're in a bad mood, please rest early. Don't fall ill. Leave quickly. I don't want to see you anymore. This day was truly full of ups and downs. After returning home, Shao Lu recalled Tang Yingjiu's words. I can teach you, but in exchange, you must tell me everything about Yenner from childhood. As her personal servant, you should know the most. Otherwise, I'll reveal that you're secretly keeping sword sect techniques, breaking cultivator rules. Even Mu Zongshan can't help you then. Lying in bed, Shao Lu thought about Tang Yingjiu's words. He claims to like the young master, but something feels off. If he wants to know about the past, why not ask the young master directly? Why ask me and get me scolded? Oh, seems I'm lying on something. Ah, it's you. If only I could be as free as you are. Early the next morning, two people began talking. Did you find what you wanted on this trip? It was Tang Yingjiu talking with a man. Only a faint chi could be sensed. The man in white asked, but that Mu Zongshan Manor's young master Mu Yenshu is just a mortal without any powers. You're overestimating him. But that boy, the man in white asked Tang Yingjiu, if you find it, what do you plan to do? Tang Yingjiu firmly replied, what's mine, I'll naturally take back. That day, Mu Yenshu handed her writing to the teacher. The teacher looked at her writing. That day in anger, I tore up what Shao Lu helped write. Had to write it myself. Though time was tight, at least it's done. The teacher looked at the notes in his hand, trembling. Young master, how can this be acceptable? It's incredibly ugly. Is this that brat Shao Lu's influence? I know the young master is weak and had a serious illness early this year, but studies absolutely cannot be delegated to others. These chicken scratches. Won't this embarrass both the manor and the young master? After being scolded harshly, Mu Yenshu angrily looked at Shao Lu. My writing is so terrible? I'm so inferior to him? Shao Lu brought tea to Tang Yingjiu. Master, you're here so early. The young master hasn't risen yet. Tang Yingjiu reminded him. Some people seem to have promised me something, yet now they've forgotten. Shao Lu needs to go gather herbs in the mountain today. Spirit herbs only bloom once per season. Miss it, and we'll have to wait a long time. Tang Yingjiu lifted his tea and said, then I'll go with you. Hearing this, Shao Lu reacted strongly. What are you going for? Can I watch you? A small servant not doing his proper duties, always trying to run off. As a guest official, I have the duty to inspect for the Mu family. Shao Lu said softly, humph, master won't have the chance. Then immediately shouted, young master, wake up. Master Tang is here. After shouting, Shao Lu quickly slipped away. Tang Yingjiu didn't chase after him. Back in his room, Xiao Lu thought. Early spring has lots of rain. Should I bring an umbrella? So Xiao Lu left carrying an umbrella and the cat. Can't you get down? It's heavy to carry you. Xiao Lu picked up an herb. Grand Master's spirit materials are so precious, hard to find, and they dissolve in water. Maybe the rouge used by girls down the mountain works better than this. Haha, here I am complaining. When I join the sword sect later, with the sect backing me, I'll buy dozens of boxes of linksy. Before gathering much, it started raining. How accurate. On the way, he met an old woman and a child. It seemed the child's fruits had fallen all over the ground. The old woman said, "Warner, don't cry. Let's not go. Let's just pick up the fruits and go back. The rain is coming down so hard, we can't continue on this path. This business deal probably won't happen." The child maturely said, "Grandma, I'm fine. Are you hurt from the fall?" But his inner voice reminded him, "Mu Xiao Lu, don't look, hurry back to the manor. If you get rained on, that appearance will be seen." Except for a few people, all the servants who knew about this back then were dismissed. After all these years, you're no longer the Mu Xiaolu from before. Are you going to let these strangers make you face contempt again? But in the end, he couldn't resist and gave his umbrella to the two travelers. He shouted to the cat on his head, "Hold tight, I'm going to speed up. They need the umbrella more than I do. If I run fast enough, I should make it back to the manor before the disguise dissolves." On the way back, he met villagers from down the mountain. They kindly greeted him. "Young Master Lu, you're back?" Xiao Lu didn't respond and ran straight past. The man watched him. What's wrong with him today? Not even returning a greeting. Xiao Lu fearfully recalled what just happened. Past the outer courtyard was the inner courtyard. He shouldn't have seen it just now, right? But he didn't realize the birthmark on his forehead was slowly becoming visible. Then he put down the cat. "Get down now. Thanks for helping block the rain." But after standing for just a few minutes, he noticed Tang Yingjiu watching him. When Xiao Lu saw Tang Yingjiu, he tried to run but was grabbed by Tang Yingjiu. "Stop!" Tang Yingjiu shouted loudly. "Turn your face here. I said turn here." Suddenly Yinner opened the window and called out, "Brother Tang, the rain is so heavy. Come inside quickly." Xiao Lu seized the chance and said, "This humble one will take his leave." Yinner, resting his chin on his hand, suddenly realized, "Oh, I forgot you had such a fatal weakness." In the evening, Xiao Lu came looking for Tang Yingjiu. "Master, I'm late." Xiao Lu said, "Master, didn't you say you'd teach me the mental techniques?" Tang Yingjiu questioned him. "When you ran away this afternoon, there was something vague on your forehead. What was that about?" Cultivators use nature and themselves. With knots in your heart, how can you meditate peacefully? Hearing Tang Yingjiu say this, Xiao Lu could only respond, That's a scar from childhood." "A scar? Yes. It's from a burn. I don't care about appearances. Covering up scars is like erasing your past self. But some marks are in the heart, and whenever mentioned, still bring anxiety and fear." Hearing Xiao Lu say this, Tang Yingjiu didn't ask further. Indeed, still a child, to consider such small matters as heart knots. Shortly after, a servant came over. "Xiao Lu, a letter came from the master. Quick, deliver it to the young master. I need to go comfort my grandson." "Oh, all right. Master Tang, I'll go. I'll be right back. Hope Warner is well." Xiao Lu read the letter to the young master, and Yinner asked, "Is that all?" Then idly said, "What? He didn't even say when he's coming back." The master also brought specialties from Cheongjing for the young master, and rare items from all directions. They're all piled outside. Hearing this, Xiao Lu instantly exclaimed joyfully, "Really? Father is the best. You may leave now. I'll go see what there is." As Xiao Lu returned to his room, he heard scolding from nearby. An adult was reprimanding a child. "Told you not to run around? Did you fall? Let Grandpa see where you're hurt." The man's words reminded Xiao Lu of his childhood memories of being bullied. "Look at his ghostly appearance. He's a monster. He's an ill omen, a bastard with no parents. Are you lonely being all alone? No family, no friends, destined to be a servant for life?" As he thought about this, suddenly someone threw a small stone at him. Tang Yingjiu called out, "I'm still waiting for you. Where are you trying to sneak off to?" Xiao Lu looked at him. Tang Yingjiu was leaning against the railing, perhaps due to the moonlight. He appeared somewhat gentler, thinking he had grown used to being alone, but it was just pretense. In a daze, he heard someone say, "I'm still waiting for you." Whether it was wishful thinking or an illusion, he wanted to stay in this moment. Tang Yingjiu looked at him and said, "What are you smiling about?" Xiao Lu tugged at Tang Yingjiu's clothes and said, "Master, will you accompany me somewhere?" The two came to a pavilion in the mountains. Something joyous must be happening in the city, as sky lanterns were being released. Looking at the scene before him, Shao sighed. Mu Sect Mountain is secluded. Only here can one view the human world's lights. Though not as prosperous as Chongjing, every household in this city must be as happy as the people of Chongjing. But Tang Yingju responded, people suffer much. The world isn't as peaceful as you imagine, but at least when they're hurt or tired, they have a place to return to. Unfortunately, I don't. I've never belonged here. Hearing Shao say this, Tang Yingju asked what had happened. Shao spoke casually. The young master has the manor lord's love. Yushu has his grandson's company. Seeing others' warmth everywhere, yet not daring to hope for it. Again, I was weak and bullied, naively believing I was the ill omen they called me, that my existence was a sin. Then the great master appeared. That was the first light in my life. He showed me a path, but this path is too far. No matter how hard I try, I can't reach it. It seems Shao hasn't been happy at the manor these years. At this point, Shao realized, Master Tang, I've said too much. Tang Yingju responded, not only talking too much, but also staring endlessly. There are countless cultivators in the world, with different magical arts and methods. When mortals enter the cultivation world, they're often bound by their initial path and constrained by their beliefs. They don't realize that becoming demon or Buddha lies in one's heart. If one path is blocked, take another. Hearing this, Shao happily asked, Master, are you comforting me? The next day, Yenner and Shao were lying in bed. Yenner showed a helpless expression. Finally unable to bear it, he sat up and shouted, it's so hot, can't live like this. But Shao told him, a calm mind naturally feels cool. Hearing this, Yenner said, easy for you to say. We came to the waterfall specifically to escape the heat, yet it's still so hot. Yenner looked at the unresponsive Shao. His features are indeed beautiful, if only not for that birthmark. Yenner also remembered scenes of Shao being isolated by others when he was young. Ah, it's him. Did you see that birthmark on his forehead? Yenner looked at Shao. Since you don't want people to discover it, I'll let brother get a good look. Then Yenner started pulling Shao, saying, come cool off with me. So the two came to the waterfall's edge. Shao asked Yenner, does the young master miss his mother? This is the only thing she left me. It turned out Yenner was holding a necklace left by his mother. Shao responded, I'm sure the immortal lady's spirit in heaven must miss the young master too. At this moment, Yenner accidentally dropped the necklace into the water. Shao went down to search for it. Did you find it? Shao responded, the water depth varies. It might be stuck between rocks. But this guy played dirty, kicking Shao into the water. He turned to look at Yenner's face. That look in the young master's eyes. So this was his plan all along. For what? For Tang Yingju? Fortunately, the river wasn't too deep, but this time it couldn't be hidden. Sure enough, after falling in, the birthmark on his forehead was revealed. Shortly after, Shao climbed up, holding the necklace. Yenner looked at him. Are you okay? How did you manage to fall? Well, at least you got to cool off. Come up quickly if you're fine. However, Shao spoke softly. I know the young master admires Master Tang greatly. I won't hide my pure intentions. If you wanted to humiliate me, you could have just said so. No need to risk the immortal lady's keepsake. Yenner shouted, what nonsense are you talking about? Shao told him, for 17 years, this birthmark has been my only mark. All fears stem from cowardice. Day after day, I've grown to hate this appearance of mine. If young master wanted to see me flee in panic, you've made the wrong calculation. At this moment, Tang Yingju walked over. However, when he saw Shao's birthmark, his pupils suddenly dilated. He seemed to see another person's shadow in Shao. This reminded him of his childhood. Master, I've always had a question. About that mark on your chest, is it your birthmark? This blood mark is the ancestor's supreme secret technique. Chihua Tang Yingju looked at the mark on Shao's head and understood. It was Chihua Lianhua. So Tang Yingju was Tang Zhao's disciple. After coming ashore, Shao grimly threw the necklace to Yenner. Then he said to Yenner, I take my leave. As Shao was leaving, Tang Yingju called out, Mu Shao, it really is you. Yenner observed Tang Yingju's expression. Why wasn't Brother Tang's attitude one of disgust and aversion? Then he said to Tang Yingju, Brother Tang, since he's gone, why don't we go cool off by the pool? But Tang Yingju just glanced at him once before turning to leave. At this moment, he fell to his knees. This might be his first setback as young master. Serves him right. Meanwhile, Shao walked away angrily. He had finally become familiar with Master Tang, thinking he could have a true friend. Now that seemed impossible. After all, everyone avoided him. With his perspective, he surely wouldn't be as ignorant as the manor servants. If that's all, how could it be? Seems he took quite a blow. Shao casually picked up a book from the table. Being alone is fine. Better focus on cultivation. Looks like he'll have to study alone from now on. In his disappointment, a water droplet from his hair fell onto the book. Soon Shao changed his clothes, muttering, "What a mess this is." He picked up a mirror to check the mark on his head. Ouch, it's stinging again. The birthmark looks different from before. No way, is this thing growing by itself? What if it covers my whole face? Ha ha ha. Just then, Shao's room door was pushed open. Shao's face darkened, thinking what must come will come. Indeed, it was Tang Yingjiu. Tang Yingjiu asked him, "Nothing you want to explain?" Shao didn't respond. Instead, he thought that once he explained, Tang would leave. While thinking, Tang Yingjiu suddenly turned Shao's face towards him. Shao responded, "There, satisfied? Now that you've seen it clearly, please leave, sir. You were quite bold in front of Master Mu Yin earlier, but now you don't want to be seen?" Shao warned him. "This birthmark has always been seen as an ill omen. Sir, you should keep your distance from me too." An ill omen indeed, but I remember someone once said it was a scar from being beaten. Since you call me sir, I'll accept it. However, I don't teach dishonest students. Hearing this, Shao lowered his head in disappointment, just as expected, but this time he was wrong. Tang Yingjiu flicked his forehead and said, "Don't let it happen again." Then he told him morning cultivation lessons would start tomorrow. "Don't be late." Shao looked at him in surprise, feeling an inexplicable happiness. In the afternoon, Shao sat by the bamboo grove thinking. His mental knot had been untied. "I won't use the Lingxi ointment anymore. I'm tired of hiding after all these years." After this incident, the young master sent me to the back mountain, wanting me to appear less before him. It's fine, I can enjoy some peace, and it resolves my years of inner struggle. But just as Shao was about to drink, he discovered Tang Yingjiu watching him from behind. The wine in his mouth sprayed out with a poof. "Ha ha ha, caught red-handed." Tang Yingjiu began scolding him. "You rascal, slacking off here?" Shao hurriedly explained, "No, sir. I've been practicing the breathing techniques you taught me constantly." Tang Yingjiu asked Shao, "Not covering the birthmark anymore?" "No more covering. However, I was born as my true self. I don't need to trouble myself over others' opinions anymore." Tang Yingjiu pulled Shao along, saying, "Covered or not, come with me somewhere." "Where are we going?" "Down the mountain with me." After descending, they arrived at Zhang City. The streets of Zhang City seemed deserted. Tang Yingjiu took Shao to a restaurant. After eating, Shao started rating. Wine-soaked meatballs, perfect score. Sweet and sour pork, perfect score. While speaking, Shao noticed, "Sir, why are you looking at me? Red suits you well. Try this." Tang Yingjiu added a piece of meat to Shao's plate. Shao looked at Tang Yingjiu in surprise. "He's serving me food?" His heart was blooming with joy. Having already eaten 6 pancakes, Shao still managed to stuff the meat into his mouth. "The dishes you like are indeed delicious, sir. Why did you come to Mount Muzong initially?" "What do you mean?" "Mount Muzong is peaceful, but also boring. Everyone's so formal, and the manor master won't even let us practice cultivation. When I first met you, I thought you had designs on the young master, but now it seems that's not the case." Tang Yingjiu was shrouded in mystery, impossible to see through. "So that's why you asked him." Hearing this, Tang Yingjiu happily asked, "How old are you?" Shao replied, 17 years old. Year 322 of the Gue calendar. "I'm the same age as you. Back then, I was still training with my master." That person also looked good in red. Seeing Tang Yingjiu reminiscing, Shao said, "Master Tang's teacher must have been an extraordinary person." "You're quite wrong about that. His master was someone who single-handedly slaughtered 3,000 cultivators." However, Tang Yingjiu just said, "Are you done eating? I'll have one more bite." While eating quickly, Shao suddenly thought, "Wait a minute. Year 322 of the Gue calendar, 17 years old. Now it's year 46048. Master Tang is over 100 years old." Realizing this, Shao began to tremble. Is this the age-preserving effect of cultivation? Good heavens! After dinner, the master actually brought his disciple to a brothel. As soon as Shao arrived, he was surrounded by women. "What a handsome young master. First time here? Come, sister will take care of you." Young man probably hasn't experienced this before. Shao lowered his head. "Tang Yingjiu, you're shameless, bringing me to such a place. Haha, it's free. Aren't you going to enjoy it? As Tang Injio walked up the stairs, Xiaolu called out from behind. Hey, I'm leaving, he said. I didn't expect Master Tang to be so vulgar. Just as Xiaolu finished speaking, a woman approached him. Young master, you don't understand. These matters of love are the most beautiful things in life. Just follow your brother's lead, or let sister teach you. As the flirtatious woman leaned in, Tang Injio blocked her and snapped, hands off. Then he grabbed Xiaolu's hand to leave. Tang Injio told him, vulgar? What are you thinking? I'm taking you to meet someone. Following him upstairs, Xiaolu discovered that the second floor of Chunfeng Pavilion was surprisingly elegant. Tang Injio opened a door, saying, I've brought him. Xiaolu asked confusedly, who are we meeting? A man dressed as a woman replied, me, of course. Xiaolu looked at him in surprise. Sister, you're beautiful. Where's the young master who just spoke? The man said, that's me. If I weren't investigating evil cultivators, I wouldn't be dressed as a woman in this place. The sickly sweet powder smell is everywhere. Haha, but you do look good. Tang Injio informed Xiaolu, Lin Xiuzhu is a master of disguise. Let him help improve your disguise ointment formula. Lin Xiuzhu brushed aside Xiaolu's bangs, saying, indeed, I heard your stuff dissolves in water. How amateur. Xiaolu looked at him in surprise. You dare call Senior's Lingxi ointment amateur? I don't even mind anymore. Why does Master Tang care so much? Lin Xiuzhu responded, he's just afraid. Afraid of what? Unable to tolerate it anymore, Tang Injio used magic and cast a silencing spell on Lin Xiuzhu. Instantly, Lin Xiuzhu couldn't open his mouth. Xiaolu was puzzled, unable to see the spell, completely confused about what happened. Lin Xiuzhu helplessly gestured to Tang Injio. Hey, I was wrong. Please remove the silencing spell. Soon, after eating and drinking his fill, drowsiness overcame Xiaolu. He fell asleep. Lin Xiuzhu assured Tang Injio, don't worry, I've set up a barrier. The noise downstairs won't disturb him. Then Lin Xiuzhu said, cousin, there's indeed something strange about this. What do you mean? Normally, any disguise ointment should be waterproof. This shouldn't happen, but this Lingxi ointment contains an extra ingredient. It's shieling grass. Cultivators use it after breaking through to prevent backlash from surging spiritual power. It doesn't exist in the mortal realm. Given shieling grass's properties, when mixed into disguise ointment, it makes the paste dissolve in water, greatly reducing its effectiveness. Rather than a disguise ointment, it's more like will and consciousness, Tang Injio blurted out. The person who gave him this wanted to hide him. Then Tang Injio realized, no wonder I couldn't sense the blood mark's aura when I first met him. Lin Xiuzhu suggested, this is also the sword sect's precaution. They don't want you to find Xiaolu. Everyone in the cultivation world knows War Demon Tang Shao had intentions. They fear there's still power that could overturn the 9 heavens. Brother Tang, seeing this youth today, don't say I didn't warn you. You've developed feelings for him. Damn it, how can 2 men have such feelings? Tang Injio looked at Xiaolu behind him and said, I know what I'm doing. Let's hope so. After all, you understand better than anyone that all worldly desires are ultimately empty. At this time, Xiaolu entered a dream. Where am I? Wasn't I at Chunfeng Pavilion? Suddenly, a flame swept past behind him. The flames scattered and enveloped Xiaolu. Tang Injio noticed Xiaolu's restlessness. This is bad. The second blood mark began to vibrate in his blood sea. Mu Xiaolu, wake up. Wake up, Mu Xiaolu. As Tang Injio placed his hand on him, Xiaolu suddenly sat up. He looked at Tang Injio with terrified eyes. Master, it hurts so much. Tang Injio comforted him. It's nothing, just a nightmare. Lin Xiuzhu also noticed Xiaolu's abnormality. It's already reached the 2nd level, much faster than expected. Someone knocked on the door. Lin Xiuzhu opened it to check. It was a group of women. They said, My, Miss Lin served 2 young masters all night. How impressive. Not even sharing with your sisters. Seeing this, Lin Xiuzhu quickly closed the door. Women are terrifying. You 2 should leave through the back door. Tang Injio asked her, how much longer will you stay here? Lin Xiuzhu whispered, the bounty for the evil cultivator is 30,000 taels. I won't leave until I get his head. They arrived at the back door where someone was sitting. Lin Xiuzhu told them, cousin, I'm definitely earning this money, then laughed heartily. Xiaolu, this is my improved Lingxi ointment, completely waterproof. You won't have to worry about it melting anymore. Then he pretended to be pitiful. The new mermaid grass and it costs 300 taels per plant. Use it carefully. If your master Tang hadn't begged me, I wouldn't have used it. Haha, I was forced to. Before Lin Xiuzhu could finish, Tang Ingio pulled Xiaolu away. Lin Xiuzhu shouted, "Hey, I'm not done yet." The man behind them stood up to look. The blindfolded man could directly see the mark on Xiaolu's head. The man smiled and muttered to himself, "Look what I found. The legendary supreme secret mantra, Red Fire Lotus. On a child, no less. If I could get this secret mantra, I could restore my damaged cultivation and even repair my shattered core." Ha ha ha. Lin Xiuzhu came over and punched him, scolding, "No begging allowed at Chunfeng Pavilion." On the way back, Xiaolu was thinking, before leaving the mountain, I said I didn't mind the birthmark. Why did Master Tang specially take me to find Lin Xiuzhu? Does he find me embarrassing? But he's not that kind of person. Seeing him distracted, Tang Ingio asked, "Are you feeling unwell? Headache?" This gesture almost made Xiaolu lose his balance. He replied, "No." Meanwhile at Chunfeng Pavilion, Lin Xiuzhu looked at the man on the ground and started crying. "He's just a blind beggar. So pitiful. So pitiful." The man responded, "Hey, which eye of yours saw that I'm a beggar?" After he spoke, Lin Xiuzhu brought him rice and dishes. "Here's yesterday's leftover food. Would be a waste to throw it away." The masked man instinctively sniffed. This woman's cooking is not bad. It even somewhat resembles. Being hungry, the beggar accepted it and ate ravenously. Haha, still saying you're not a beggar. Meanwhile, in the cottage on Mount Muzong, Xiaolu was practicing, circulating the grand heavenly qi, cycling through the 12 regular meridians once, extending through the 8 extraordinary meridians once, thus cycling to return to the origin. At night, the spiritual energy of heaven and earth gathered. The mountain was an excellent place for gathering qi and focusing the mind. Follow the method I taught you. It turned out Tang Ingyu was guiding him. Having spent these 2 days with Master Tang, even though it was so late, Xiaolu squinted his eyes to secretly observe. But Tang Ingyu was right in front of him and warned him to concentrate. Xiaolu thought helplessly, "This is torture. How can I concentrate with you staring at me like this?" When your focus wavers, your qi becomes unstable. Concentrate on circulating qi from sinew to kiheyu, Tang Ingyu said as he began to guide with his hands. This made Xiaolu feel somewhat embarrassed. "You're both men. What's there to be embarrassed about?" Then he whispered in Xiaolu's ear, "Before entering the palace meridian, determine the circulation path. When running through the palace, one breath, one movement, the internal qi will circulate automatically." This completely broke Xiaolu's composure, and he shouted, "Don't suddenly touch me like that." After finishing, Xiaolu asked him, "Master Tang Ingyu, come to think of it, you haven't visited the young master for a long time." Tang Ingyu looked at Xiaolu and responded, "You want me to go? I just don't understand why you suddenly became strangers. I guess it's either because he tried to hurt me last time, or because he doesn't have what you want." Tang Ingyu looked at him, thinking this kid was smarter than he imagined. Seeing Tang Ingyu's silence, Xiaolu said, "Master is indeed a person with secrets. But since you don't want to tell me, I won't ask. I'll wait for you to tell me voluntarily." Damn it, you're both men. Why create such a dramatic atmosphere? Shortly after, Xiaolu crawled into bed. "Please blow out the candle for me." "Thank you, Master Tang. Good night. I'm going to sleep." Tang Ingyu watched Xiaolu fall asleep instantly. He just fell asleep like that. Indeed still a child. No guard at all. With such a weak body, I fear he won't withstand the blood mark's growth. You'd better grow up quickly. While some were happy, others worried. Yushu looked at Yin Shu sitting in the courtyard. "My young master, if you're unhappy like this, the master will blame this old servant when he returns." Yin Shu was still complaining about Xiaolu. "I see it clearly now. Mu Xiaolu is just pretending to be weak. Brother Tang is completely under his spell now, and doesn't even come to see me." Just as Yin Shu finished speaking, Yushu muttered quietly, "Isn't it because you tried to harm him?" But Yin Shu overheard it. Yin Shu angrily pointed at Yushu and shouted, "What did you say? You're all in this together. You're all on his side. What's so good about him? Get out, all of you." Yin Shu started pushing Yushu. After Yushu left, Yin Shu kept mumbling, "I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong." Just then, a voice came, "You're indeed not wrong. They are." Hearing this, Yin Shu quickly turned around to look. The speaker was none other than the beggar from Chunfeng Pavilion. "Ha ha ha." The man laughed and said, "Who would have thought that the noble young master of Mount Muzong, living in luxury and respected by thousands, even receiving courtesies from court officials, would be less likable than a servant?" The man's words reminded him of childhood memories. It turned out he had never been well liked since childhood. "Our young master has little ability, but quite a temper. Shu, quiet. Do you want to die? Young Master Luo is more capable, able to serve the young master closely for so many years. He heard all the servants' words. The beggar walked to Yin Shu's side, saying, I can help you get rid of him, make him disappear from your life completely. But you'll need to cooperate and do some things. What are you doing? You're both men. Early the next morning, Shu directed the servants to hang festive decorations. Shu warned them, the manor lord will return in 2 days. All of you arrange everything carefully. Shaolu responded to Uncle Yu, it's not good for me to be here. If the young master sees me, he'll make a scene again. The young master's temper has become increasingly unpredictable. I'm really worried. I won't know how to explain when the manor lord returns. Uncle Yu, you used to teach me to obey the master's orders, but now you yourself are hesitant. At this moment, Yin Shu was standing behind them, watching. He recalled what the beggar told him last night. Everyone knows the Muzong manor lord is traveling the world, and news of his return has spread. When the manor hosts guests, no one can enter without an invitation. I hope young master can help me get in. I'll mix in with the crowd and kidnap that boy. Why are you helping me? And why should I trust you? Besides, haven't you already gotten in? There are countless mysterious arts in the Jianghu. I just used some small tricks. That boy has something I want, but the man by his side is troublesome. If you help me with this, I can also help solve young master's troubles. Young master is intelligent and will surely make a judgment beneficial to himself. After speaking, the man turned into a wisp of smoke and dispersed with the wind. Yin Shu actually did as the beggar said. Young master just needs to place stones at the locations I specified around the manor. I can then activate the formation, conceal myself, and take him away without anyone knowing. That day, the blindfolded beggar came to Chunfeng Pavilion again. The ladies discussed, look, that blind beggar is back again. So dirty. The beggar wants to bother us. The ladies of Chunfeng Pavilion. It's only because Miss Lin is kind-hearted and gives him food every day. Miss Lin was watching this scene from the window. Haha, you freak. Downstairs, the commotion continued. He's been coming for half a month now. How thick-skinned. The blindfolded man shouted, I'm not a beggar. You insects. If I didn't want to avoid trouble with the mortal world's government, I'd destroy you all now. Humph, daring to question my aesthetics. I'm just being low-key and profound. Indeed, very low-key. Too low-key. At this moment, a small package was thrown from the second-floor window. It was from Lin Xiuzhu. Lin Xiuzhu told him, today there's only steamed buns. Make do with it. The blindfolded beggar told Lin Xiuzhu, I won't be coming anymore after this. If the lady doesn't mind, may I have the honor of visiting? Lin Xiuzhu didn't let him upstairs, but came to a tree. Chunfeng Pavilion has rules. If you can't afford it, I can't let you in. Just say what you want to say here. The beggar asked Lin Xiuzhu, we're not related in any way. Why do you keep helping me? Lin Xiuzhu replied, no reason. It's just a small gesture. The beggar smiled and said, lady, you're the kindest person I've ever met. Lin Xiuzhu felt shy hearing this. Looks like my female disguise is flawless. Fooling a blind person, not sure if I should be happy about that. Lin Xiuzhu said, Zang City is a nice place. Isn't the lady curious where this blind man is going? Lin Xiuzhu responded, the world is vast, and for a lone person, anywhere can be home. Hearing this, the beggar turned and said with a laugh, haha, the lady's perspective is unlike ordinary courtesans. Recently I heard of a method, speaking of a divine bird called Minghuanqiang. My eyes were severely damaged years ago. I want to try catching it. Perhaps it can restore my sight. I haven't heard of the Qiong bird. It's a long journey. Are you planning to go alone? The beggar leaned in and said, of course not. If I return safely, shall I buy your freedom? Damn, buy my freedom? This blind man couldn't have fallen for me, right? Haha, just kidding. At Muzong Mountain, the manor lord had returned from his travels. All the servants hurried to welcome the manor lord back. When young Master Yin Shu saw him, he rushed forward, shouting, Father! The manor lord looked at Yin Shu lovingly. Yin Shu is a big boy now. Yin Shu hugged him tightly. Father, I missed you so much. Although father always sent gifts and letters, they're not even January 10th, 000 as good as having you here. While hugging Yin Shu, the manor lord also noticed Shaolu behind him. This child has grown up too. An old man reminded them, all right, young master, it's windy outside. Let's go inside to talk. Oh right, I forgot. Father, come inside quickly. Everything in the manor is fine. Once inside, the manor lord asked about Yin Shu's performance and if he had been studying diligently. Meanwhile, The old man beside Xiaolu spoke, but Xiaolu politely responded, "Old steward, please sit. I'm just a servant. I should remain standing. Look at you, child. I'm also a servant. Can I not sit?" "No, no, you're highly respected. I can't compare. It's fine. I like you, child. Sit down." The manor lord asked Yin Shu, "I just heard from old you that you had a conflict with Xiaolong." Yin Shu quickly explained, "Nothing like that. It was about a guest official. Is this new top-ranked guest official here today?" Old Yu quickly responded, "Mr. Tang can't be found anywhere in the manor. He must be delayed by something." Yin Shu glared at Old Yu fiercely. "How dare you, Uncle Yu, actually hitting me?" The old steward also said, "Oh, this Mr. Tang seems to do as he pleases. We can't find him for the manor's feast." Xiaolu spoke up, "The manor lord has returned to ensure the manor's safety. Mr. Tang is busy today and doesn't mean any disrespect. Please understand, manor lord." Yin Shu added, "That's right. Cousin is very good. He must be too tired. Father, don't blame him. It's fine. Just find him within 100 days and bring him to see me. You all really get along well?" Hearing this, Yin Shu pulled Xiaolu over. Yes, we get along very well." After the performance, Yin Shu turned his face away. "Damn, tomorrow is the feast. That guy better be reliable." However, Xiaolu worried that the peaceful days are probably ending. That night, the blind man stood on a nearby peak, watching the brightly lit Muzong Mountain. Early the next morning, people began opening the mountain gate to welcome guests. Soon people flooded and chattering. Taiching Gate brings rare books as gifts. Honored guests, please be seated. The national teacher of Wuhan has come to pay respects. The blind man came to the scene with a scarred-faced man. The scarred man asked, "Everything's ready." The mountain's protective formation isn't simple. Of course, as expected of the once world-famous ghost formation. The blind Subo responded, "Let's not mention past glory." But in his heart, he thought, "If I still had my former power, would I have fallen so low as to cooperate with you?" The mountain's protective formation needs wood and stone as conductors, arranged according to the 9 palaces, 8 trigrams, and stars. How can it be shaken? The red fire lotus has emerged, and experts have intervened. "We must act quickly." The scarred man said, "Brother Ghostjohn, don't worry. The message has been sent out. I can't wait to see this earthly paradise destroyed. As for War Demon's secret incantation, whoever gets it first, it's all about capability." With that, the scarred man walked up. Inside the manor, an old man was flattering the manor lord. Meeting Manor Lord Mu is harder than climbing to heaven. Old national teacher jests. "I've been traveling for many years, not intentionally avoiding anyone." Haha, I understand. Being able to meet the manor lord in my lifetime makes it all worthwhile. At this point, the scarred man approached, saying, "Manor Lord Mu is the pride of the mortal realm. During your travels, have you heard of something in the cultivation world?" The servant beside the manor lord responded, "The manor has never associated with cultivators." This was the manor lord's taboo. Before the servant could finish speaking, the scarred man killed him directly. Damn, they're forcing their way in. After the killing, the scarred man pressed again. "I'll ask one more time. Manor Lord Himu, have you heard of the Red Fire Lotus?" Upon hearing Red Fire Lotus, the Manor Lord's face instantly turned terrified. Manor Lord Mu claims no association with cultivators, yet uses cultivation formations and hides supreme martial arts in the manor. Such hypocrisy. We're here today to witness the Red Fire Lotus's emergence and revive War Demon's glory from 17 years ago. Please bear witness, Manor Lord. He. The Manor Lord suddenly realized, cultivators? How did they enter? Has the protective formation failed? Where's Mr. Tang? Why can't we find him at this crucial moment? Meanwhile, Xiaolu was searching for Tang Yingjiu in the manor. But turning a corner, he was suddenly grabbed by a man. It was Tang Yingjiu. He grabbed Xiaolu's waist, saying, "Why such hurry? Did you miss me?" This action left Xiaolu confused. What's going on? Actually, this Tang Yingjiu was the blind man in disguise. He was just an imposter. Seeing Tang Yingjiu, Xiaolu urgently shouted, "The manor's in trouble. Come quickly." However, Tang Yingjiu held him back. "I know they're ghost path cultivators. We're no match for them, so I'm leaving the mountain." At this moment, Xiaolu began to suspect him. staring intently. The impostor continued, "What's wrong, Shaolu? Didn't you always hate this place? Come with me. We can live freely together. Doesn't Shaolu want to leave with me and never part?" Suddenly, Shaolu pulled out a dagger pointing at the blind man. "You're not Tang Ingjiu. Who are you?" "Thanks to Master's teachings, I always carry a dagger." Shaolu held the dagger to the blind man's throat. "Whoever you are today, trying to take advantage using Master's identity, I won't let you succeed." But the blind man was skilled. He quickly subdued Shaolu in a few moves. Suddenly, the blind man behind him exploded on the spot. Shaolu looked up. It was the real Tang Ingjiu. Tang Ingjiu stood on the roof, scolding, "How dare you touch my person?" Shaolu excitedly shouted, "Tang Ingjiu, you finally came. Quiet. Show some respect." Shaolu noticed his hairstyle had changed. "You look more like the fake one." The blind man looked at Tang Ingjiu. "You came quite fast," and quickly fled. Tang Ingjiu asked Shaolu, "Are you hurt from the illusion?" "I'm fine, master." "Quickly help the manor lord. They're in danger." Tang Ingjiu instructed, "Stay close to me. Don't leave my side." Shaolu watched his back. Amid the killing sounds, the manor faced great danger. But with him nearby, everything felt secure. Meanwhile, the injured blind man ran to a bamboo forest. "Damn, I was careless. He's stronger than I thought." "Himph, Mu Shaolu. There will be time. I'll eventually refine you, along with the secret incantation." At the manor gate, the manor lord protected Yin Shu, loudly asking the scarred man, "There's one thing I don't understand. Please explain. How did you enter the manor?" The scarred man replied, "We must thank the young master of Gue Manor for clearing our path." Both were stunned upon hearing this. Yin Shu shouted, "What nonsense are you talking about? I don't understand." Suddenly Yin Shu realized, "Wait, those stones he asked me to move? Correct, that was the key to breaking the mountain's protective formation." "Enough talk. Hand over the secret incantation, and I might spare your lives." The helpless manor lord scolded, "Nonsense. The Mu family doesn't have what you're looking for. Since it's come to this, not a single soul will leave this mountain alive today. As a father, even for an unworthy son, I cannot let you harm him, especially that child." Seeing the manor lord unmoved, the scarred man threatened, "Since you won't step aside, we'll start with you." The manor lord closed his eyes. "So Mu Zongshan ends here. Can't escape fate after all." Just as the scarred man was about to strike, someone interrupted him. The scarred man shouted angrily, "Who dares suppress my miasma? Which rat dares ruin my plans?" At that moment, Shaolu and Master Tang arrived. Of course, it was Master Tang who stopped him. Shaolu cursed at the scarred man. "Of course it's your grandfather coming to discipline an unfilial grandson." The scarred man looked at them. "Such big words. None of you will escape." The manor lord noticed Shaolu. "No, we can't let them discover this child." Thinking this, the manor lord rushed forward, shouting, "Didn't you have more questions for me? So eager to die? Then I'll grant your wish." He grabbed the manor lord's throat. Then Master Tang spoke, "Ghost path trash only shows off in front of mortals." After speaking, Master Tang released a powerful aura. The scarred man looked at the man before him. Such powerful divine energy. Damn, at least a Hua-level expert. Curse it, following Su Baines's path. With that, the scarred man vanished into ash. Tang Ingjiu hadn't even moved. Shaolu, seeing Master Tang's power, one strike to eliminate multiple cultivators. Who are you really? After the battle, the manor lord suddenly began coughing blood. The old mortal emerged. "Manor lord, what's happening? What did that villain want?" The manor lord mumbled, "I've failed the Mu ancestors, failed the deceased Mu descendants, failed Shaolu. 17 years ago, you were born into the Mu family, meant to be a young master. But there were unusual signs. The Grand Master learned of this and consulted his teacher, asked how to handle you. That battle destroyed the 9 heavens. Tang Shao was such a monstrous person. The world cannot have another like him. Such a pitiful child, born at the wrong time." The manor lord looked at the young master in his arms. "How is the madam?" "Madam is resting. Quick, take the child back inside before he catches cold." The midwife praised, "Young master's flame birthmark is special. Perhaps some immortal has descended." Just then, 2 people actually descended from the sky, startling the old midwife. The manor lord turned to look, while the midwife had nearly fainted. In the sky, one in white and one in black stood on floating clouds. The white-robed cultivator said, "People say Mu Zongshan is blessed with talent. The manor lord must be exceptional." Indeed, seeing it now proves true. The confused manor lord hurriedly asked, "Which sect do you immortals belong to?" "I dare not claim to be immortal. I am the senior disciple of the sword sect, accompanying my master to judge the young master's fortune." With that, they flew down and appeared before the manor lord. The white-robed one waved his hand, lifting the child from the manor lord's arms. "What are you doing?" The white-robed one explained, "Don't worry, manor lord. My teacher won't harm him. This child's unusual signs are actually related to the battle demon Tang Shao. Before his death, Tang Shao scattered his red fire years into the mortal world. By chance, it fell upon the young master. His fate is no longer his own. Do you understand now? My teacher has calculated the karma using his lifespan and came to resolve this matter." The black-robed elder looked at the child in his arms, muttering, "What a sin! Even in death, must you deny peace to the world?" Then the white-robed one warned, "The secret incantation will become harder to control as he grows. His mortal body cannot withstand it." "What do you mean, immortal? What will happen to Wanner?" The elder replied, "After 18 years, certain death." The manor lord quickly begged, "If there's a way to break this fate, I'll gladly die 1,000 deaths." The elder said, "We wish to take him back to the sword sect to remove the incantation." The elder helped the manor lord up. "May I ask, immortal, after removal, will Wanner be safe?" The red fire lotus is an ancient technique. Current cultivators can hardly affect it. Removing it from his body will cause constant bone-breaking, flesh-eating pain. The young master's mortal body likely won't survive. 1 chance in 10. This terrified manor lord Mu. But if left unchecked, his mind will be consumed by the incantation, turning to the demon path. The world will fall into catastrophe again. Then he'll face the 9 heavens judgment. "Please decide soon, manor lord." Taking back the child, the manor lord said, "I barely understand these cultivation matters. Poor Wanner, just born and facing such hopeless disaster. The sword sect is far. If we part, will we ever meet again? Could Wanner stay at the manor?" The manor lord continued pleading, "Please, immortal, help find another way." "I thank you." The elder warned, "If news of the battle demon's incantation spreads, ill-intentioned cultivators will come fighting for it. Mu Zongshan Manor's reputation means nothing to them. The innocent bear guilt for their treasures. We can reason calmly with you here, but those evil practitioners won't be so kind. What will the manor lord do then?" "Sai, if you insist on keeping this child, there's only one way. Why waste time with talk? Just tell me." The manor lord asked excitedly. "Please speak, immortal. Unless he disappears from now on, Manor Lord Mu must have no such son, cannot acknowledge him. No one can know his identity. Before his 18th birthday, secretly send him to the sword sect." The manor lord held the baby painfully. "A temporary solution. Let him live as an ordinary person for 18 years. Until today, Shaolu finally learned the truth. I'm not an orphan, nor am I a disaster or curse. I have a father, the Lord of Mu Zongshan Manor." The manor lord continued explaining. After the sword sect elder left, his senior disciple stayed at the manor as a guest. "Everyone thought I died young. Even my wife doesn't know Shaolu is alive." The old man was shocked. Mu Zongshan's deceased young master has been a servant for 17 years and carries world-destroying techniques. This would shock the world if revealed. At this time, the downcast Yin looked at his father. "He's the young master? Then what am I?" The manor lord began explaining to Yin. "In the 3rd year, after the lady gave birth to you, she grew weaker and passed away soon after. Haha, in the end, you're the real disaster." Overwhelmed by such information, Yin couldn't accept it and pointed at Shaolu, shouting, "Impossible! He's just a servant. How could he be my brother? Why? You stole the tutor's favor, stole my cousin's attention, and now you want to steal my father too?" Shaolu looked at him. "I used to envy your fine clothes and everyone's love, but now I see. You're just another poor child who got nothing. Never mind." Yin grabbed his father's arm, desperately arguing, "Father, you must be mistaken. He's just a servant. He's nothing." The manor lord immediately slapped him. "I tell you, if I had educated you properly earlier, would he have turned out like this?" "Mu Yin, what nonsense are you speaking?" Yan's actions caused the manor lord's old pain to flare up. "Butler, you quickly tried to mediate. These years, young Master Shaolu has been quick-tempered, making it difficult for Shaolu to serve him. Are you mediating or adding fuel to the fire? Recently, he was pushed into water and chased to the back mountain. I seriously suspect you're tattling. This old servant has watched Shaolu grow up. When the manor lord wasn't around, this child truly suffered much. Hearing this, Xiaolu lowered his head silently. If someone had stood up for me like this when I was bullied as a child, after hearing Butler use words, the manor lord became even angrier and scolded Yin. I thought since you were weak from childhood, being an incompetent young master would be fine. But you became arrogant with privilege, bullying others, and even harbored thoughts of harming others. Yin broke into loud sobs. The steward came and advised the manor lord, the urgent matter is to send Xiaolu to the sword sect. Master Jin returned mainly for this. The young master's mistakes can be dealt with later. The sword sect cares more about the world's safety. A single life means little to them. These years I've traveled the 9 provinces, seeking another way to break Xiaolu's curse and save his life, but returned empty-handed. I just learned that next year's birthday will likely be my last day. Tang Ingio asked the manor lord, was the mountain protection array also from the sword sect? Yes. It blocks all cultivators and prevents Xiaolu from cultivating randomly and going astray. I've had no choice since birth. Every step feels like being a controlled puppet. Xiaolu, I've failed you too much these years. I'm an unworthy father, only daring to tell the truth now. All these years, I've lived in your carefully arranged plan. Only now you tell me I have just 1 year to live? What a joke. Thinking this, Xiaolu punched the wall. As Xiaolu was angry, a hand rested on his shoulder, telling him to keep his mind clear of demons. Xiaolu turned to see Master Tang saying, it's all right. You have me. I won't let you die. Xiaolu looked at him. Tang Ingyu, perhaps I should be grateful I'm no longer alone. The old guest mentioned, how does the manor lord plan to send him to the sword sect? This banquet was meant to contact powerful experts. As they were discussing, Tang Ingyu interjected, no need. I'll take him. This matter is beyond your mortal realm's handling. Now that news of the blood seal has spread, the manor lord responded, he'll be targeted before leaving Ziyang City. Please ensure his safe journey, Master Tang. Watching Xiaolu walk away without responding, the manor lord asked, is this child blaming me? Butler Yu consoled. Give him time to accept it. Xiaolu is very strong. In the evening, Butler Yu was talking with Tang Ingio. Master Tang, the child has locked himself in his room. He won't see anyone. Tang Ingyu replied, I'll go check on him. Thank you, Master. After entering the room, Tang Ingyu saw Xiaolu drunk on the floor. So young and already drinking. In his hazy state, Xiaolu heard the door and said, I told you to leave. Tang Ingyu responded, it's me. How much have you drunk? Xiaolu lowered his head. Master, if you encountered this situation, what would you do? I've never experienced such a situation, but I seem to remember, this Tang Ingyu should have had it worse than Xiaolu. Hearing this, Xiaolu stood up unsteadily. Hee master, you're really bad at comforting people. Tang Ingyu looked at him, looking so pitiful yet still smiling. Seems he's drunk. Swaying, Xiaolu walked to Tang Ingyu and fell into his arms. Tang Ingyu instinctively caught him. He's so thin. Hey, you're thinking about that at a time like this? The drunk Xiaolu looked up and asked, Tang Ingyu, what about you? Who are you really? Master, why did you get close to me? Tang Ingyu looked at him but couldn't speak. I've never had these feelings, at least not in my previous life. Never understood such emotions. Don't think about anything. Just hold the person in front of me. Suddenly Xiaolu said, Tang Ingyu, meeting you was truly wonderful. Tang Ingyu was speechless. When drunk, he's so defenseless. Was our friendship in vain? Or is he only like this with me? At this age, ordinary people would be married with children. Yet he still maintains that pure youthful appearance. He's just a young boy after all. Unlike myself, watching the long river of time flow, gazing at the mortal world's void. The next day, Butler Yu started instructing Xiaolu, young master, the horse is ready, waiting outside. Xiaolu felt awkward hearing this. Butler Yu, please don't. You've called me brat for so many years. Suddenly changing makes me think you're asking me to deliver medicine again. Haha, let's leave the title young master to him. I shouldn't take that from him too. Butler Yu replied, don't take his words to heart. The manor lord has heard about the young master's past arrogance and willfulness. He's been confined and scolded. When a branch grows crooked, it needs trimming. If the foundation is crooked, it can't become useful. Go bid farewell to the manor lord. When Xiaolu met the manor lord, he began instructing, I feel guilty for not protecting your father well. After saying goodbye, Xiaolu descended the mountain. It's no longer related to me. Mu Clan Manor has nothing to do with me anymore. This place gave me too many memories, taught me unforgettable lessons. Farewell now. 17 years of life, departed in one morning. Future unknown, fortune uncertain. During the journey, Xiaolu started joking, I, Mu Xiaolu, am lucky. I won't die young. Besides, I have my master, who's a cultivator of the picture mirror. Then he turned to Tang Yingjiu. Why don't you fly me down the mountain? Don't cultivators ride clouds or fly on swords? Hurry up, Tang Yingjiu. Let's go down the mountain early to see the ladies at Chunfeng Tower. Xiaolu looked at him expectantly. I haven't even held a girl's hand yet. Tang Yingjiu showed an exasperated expression. What's wrong? Just then, Tang Yingjiu whipped Xiaolu's horse. Help! Too fast. No, master. I was just joking. I'm sorry. Soon they arrived in Ziyang City. At least there are some people in Ziyang City this time. Last time there wasn't anyone. Thank you for waiting, honored guest. Here's our San Siyuan Residence's signature roast duck, osmanthus milk with bird's nest and cloud wontons. Please call me if you need anything. These two just arrived and immediately started feasting. Xiaolu casually tossed a small gold ingot. That's your tip. Thank you, young master. I've saved quite a bit these years. Master, please enjoy more. Haha, he's just showing off his wealth. Look at Tang Yingjiu's speechless expression. After eating, they went to the weapon shop. Young hero, come look at our finest swords. The attendant brought out a sword. This is essential for wandering warriors. It matches well with your companion's dark iron golden blade. Hearing this, Xiaolu decided to buy it immediately. After buying weapons, they went to the brothel. This time was different from before. Xiaolu sat among the girls, teasing them. The two speechless companions watched. Lin Shuzhu asked, I heard he knows his identity now. Tang Yingjiu nodded. Lin Shuzhu asked, what do you plan to do? Really take him to see the sect? Those old geezers are quite troublesome. Let's not talk about that now. Coming to a brothel to play drinking games with girls. Isn't this kid a bit foolish? Tang Yingjiu said, he's been excited the whole way. People often mask their true feelings with opposite emotions. Lin Shuzhu shouted at Xiaolu, you brat, don't you know how to enjoy properly? The Chunfeng girls aren't here just to play drinking games. Haha, Xiaolu replied, I paid, so I decide how to play. Then he looked mischievously at him. Keep yelling and I'll make you massage my shoulders. Haha, that's good. A girl approached. Young master, this is our best drinking game player. Would you like her company? Haha. Xiaolu turned around and panicked at seeing the bearded face. Frightened, Xiaolu hid behind Tang Yingjiu, shouting, Master, save me. This made Lin Shuzhu burst into laughter. Tang Yingjiu merely waved his hand, and an invisible force pushed all the women out. The pushed-out women complained, What's wrong, young masters? Why send us away? Yes, master, I wasn't done playing yet. Lin Shuzhu explained, Go away, don't meddle in his affairs. Xiaolu, puzzled, asked Tang Yingjiu, Master, why did you send the girls away? Were they too noisy? Tang Yingjiu said, If you're still sad, you don't need to pretend. Pretending? Master, do you think I'm just acting happy to escape reality? Haha, impossible. That day's worries have already passed through me with the strong wine, all digested. I'm not that narrow-minded. Besides, didn't Master say you'd save me? He stretched and said, Now that I've left the mountain, I want to do things I've always wanted but never done. Make life worth living. Don't novels always say? A young hero from deep mountains experiences the mortal world, taverns, tea-houses, swords, and beauties. Isn't it wonderful? Tang Yingjiu asked. Besides these, what else do you want to do? There's one more thing. After some fiddling, done. He had braided Tang Yingjiu's hair into 2 pigtails. Haha. He looked at Tang Yingjiu and said, I've always wanted to see if such a serious person like Master had another side. Mu Xiaolu, you've been quite mischievous. Master, calm down. If you don't like it, I can try another style. Spare me, master. Their argument upstairs was heard by the men below. Things are getting intense up there. I should call a girl too. Old Master Bao hasn't found tasty meat in a while. Haha, isn't that the blind man? Just as they finished speaking, the door opened. Lin Shuzhu walked in carrying a bowl of tea. The blind man joked, Speak of the devil. Since we have such fate, Miss Lin, please accompany me today. Lin Shuzhu scolded, Cut it out. If I hadn't found you, you'd be seeing the king of hell by now. You said you were going to South Sea, but now you're severely injured. It looks more like you robbed a bank and got beaten up. Not a word of truth from your mouth. The blind man sat up, grinning. I thank the lady for saving my life. If you'd accept me as payment, please don't refuse. I don't want your worthless self. Hurry up and drink your medicine. Upstairs, Xiaolu was still joking. Master Tang Yingjiu, I was wrong. As he spoke, Tang Ingio had already pinned Xiaolu to the ground. Aren't you two men ashamed? Suddenly, the mark on Xiaolu's forehead began to sting painfully. A bone-chilling pain from deep within his soul, mixed with the screams of countless vengeful spirits. Each one wanted to tear his flesh from his bones. Ah, my head hurts. Tang Ingio watched Xiaolu rolling on the ground in pain. It was worse than the last attack. Tang Ingio opened his palm and made a cut. He dripped his palm blood into Xiaolu's mouth, which finally calmed him down. Shortly after, Xiaolu woke up. Where am I? Oh right, Chunfeng House. I must have fainted. Where's Master Tang? Xiaolu recalled what happened in his sleep. The sweet and bitter taste in his mouth wasn't an illusion. What I drank just now, was it? Meanwhile, Tang Ingio found Lin Xiuzhu. It's here. Tang Ingio teased Lin Xiuzhu. 3 months and you haven't resolved a ground-level bounty. Brother Lin, you're slipping. Note, ground-level bounties are classified by Heaven-Earth-Human System for mission levels. Bounty missions issued to cultivators, difficulty only second to Heaven level. Lin Xiuzhu explained sheepishly, it's comfortable here. I got lazy. Don't worry, Brother Tang. Once this is done, I'll leave with you immediately. Tang Ingio followed Lin Xiuzhu to a guest room and opened the door. Looking at the black energy inside, Tang Ingio said, the resentful energy is extreme. Lin Xiuzhu agreed, yes, at least 100 people's worth of resentment. Any cultivation method would leave spiritual traces when used. But this time, besides the victim's resentment, there's no trace at all. Tang Ingio mentioned, there is one way. Some cultivators are better at concealing their energy than us. Hearing Tang Ingio's words, Lin Xiuzhu was surprised. You mean formation techniques? Meanwhile, Xiaolu opened the room door, looking around. Wonder where Master went. The headache is getting harder to control. I keep having hallucinations. Must be hormonal. Just then, he met a client in the hallway. The client said, Beauty, tell me if your brother is good or not. Master, you're bad. If you make Master happy, he'll choose you again tonight. Master, you're drunk. As they spoke, the client lost his balance and fell towards Xiaolu. Xiaolu stumbled too, but when he touched the wooden door, he passed right through it. Inside the room, Xiaolu was shocked. What's going on? I passed through the door. Wait, this is my room. Xiaolu turned to look and saw his physical body still lying unconscious on the bed. Just then, Tang Ingio walked in and saw Xiaolu trying to enter his body, but he couldn't get in. Xiaolu trembled as he looked at Tang Ingio and said, Master, am I dead? Tang Ingio looked at Xiaolu's soul. His soul has actually separated from his body. The spiritual turmoil caused his soul to become unstable. I forgot about this. Xiaolu's soul floated back and forth in front of Tang Ingio. Can't he see me? I really am dead. Master can't see me. Will the ghost officers come to take me for reincarnation? Just left the mountain and already kicked the bucket. I must be the most useless protagonist. Thinking this, Xiaolu became dejected. Then Xiaolu suddenly remembered, but I was clearly bumped into the room. If they could touch me, Tang Ingio should be able to as well. He then reached out to pinch Tang Ingio's face, leaving Tang Ingio speechless. Xiaolu exclaimed in surprise, I really touched him. Tang Ingio scolded, What are you doing? You can see me? Obviously. Xiaolu was bewildered. Ha ha ha, what's going on? Tang Ingio began explaining, blood surging accelerates blood growth. Your physical body was under too much pressure, causing soul separation. Xiaolu exclaimed, but I definitely bumped into someone earlier. Tang Ingio asked, where did you bump? Xiaolu recalled, I could bump into a girl's shoulder. Tang Ingio explained, people have 3 lights on their head and shoulders, known as yang fire. When a soul collides with yang fire, it bounces off. You must have hit their shoulders yang fire. After explaining, Tang Ingio asked, are you ready? Xiaolu asked puzzled, ready for what? To return to your body, of course. Tang Ingio grabbed Xiaolu, who protested, Master, aren't you being too rough? After throwing Xiaolu onto the bed, Tang Ingio cast the soul-fixing golden light spell. Soon Xiaolu's body awakened. Xiaolu looked at the jade pendant before him. Tang Ingio instructed, this jade pendant is a personal item. It will help anchor your soul. Wear it and don't take it off. Xiaolu accepted it saying, since Master gave it to me, I'll treasure it. After putting it on, his heart felt inexplicably calmer. This jade pendant must be significant. Xiaolu began asking, Master, where did you go earlier? I just want to buy some food. Try it and see if you like it. Xiaolu excitedly opened it to check. It was rice cakes. Delicious. Tang Ingio watched Xiaolu, looking exactly like a father watching his child. While eating, Xiaolu burst into laughter. Tang Ingio asked what he was laughing at. Nothing, just remembering when we first met. I asked you to teach me cultivation. You were so fierce and intimidating then. How dare I set my sights on you? Thinking back to that time, who would have thought you'd be like this now, buying me snacks, right? Tang Ingio scolded. Even food can't shut your mouth. Just admit you're being nice to me. I appreciate it. No, not just appreciate. My stomach appreciates it too. Everything happening in the room was witnessed by Lin Xiuzhu from outside. He turned around, recalling his conversation with Tang Ingio. As far as I know, the formation-skilled Su family hasn't appeared in the world for long. Who else could kill without leaving a trace? Tang Ingio told him that genius formation master who was expelled from the sect attacked Mount Muzong a few days ago. Hearing this, Lin Xiuzhu was surprised. Ghost Town Subai? Isn't he dead? Legend has it that years ago, Subai accidentally obtained the red fire lotus scripture fragment. He became possessed during cultivation, and his inner core was destroyed. As a cultivator's foundation, losing the inner core not only ruins cultivation, but makes one physically weaker than a robust butcher. The sect angrily expelled him, and he vanished without a trace. Ha ha ha, that blind man you're taking care of is Subai. Tang Ingio responded. With his skills, even without an inner core, he can still easily deal with ordinary people using formation arrays. Lin Xiuzhu said, Subai, Mount Muzong's formation, hundreds of lives. Mu Xiaolo's secret can't be kept forever. Those wolves won't let it go. Thinking of this, Lin Xiuzhu began using magic to transmit his voice to Tang Ingio. Cousin, time is running out. Stop deceiving yourself. This isn't like the Tang Ingio I know. Just as he finished, a woman came to call Lin Xiuzhu. Lin Xiuzhu asked what was wrong. Miss Lin, a wealthy patron downstairs specifically requested you to perform. Madam asks you to go down and entertain. Lin Xiuzhu told the woman, I don't entertain guests. This was agreed upon long ago. At this moment, the wealthy patron downstairs spotted Lin Xiuzhu on the second floor and blew him a kiss. Seeing this, Lin Xiuzhu's face darkened. Ha ha ha, he must have been speechless. Don't bother me with such things in the future, Lin Xiuzhu said as he was about to leave. The maid quickly said, Miss, please wait. That guest is offering a huge sum. Hearing this, Lin Xiuzhu turned and asked, How much? The woman held up her hand. At least this much. Dear patrons, enjoy your food and drinks. Ha ha ha, this must be the law of true love. Miss Shunxiang's chives are amazing. Would you like something else? This scene of Lin Xiuzhu serving people was caught right in the act by Subai. After watching for a while, Subai smiled and said, So she's a little money grubber. The man being served looked at Lin Xiuzhu and sneered, Just a singing girl from a brothel. Why act so noble? After a drink, you'll be mine today, he said as he slipped drugs into the wine cup. This scene was also caught by blind Subai. Lin Xiuzhu sat before the pipa. This humble one will perform a piece. Thank you all for your patronage. However, in Lin Xiuzhu's eyes, these people all looked like this. Ha ha ha. Inside he was overjoyed. Playing one song is worth this much? Guaranteed profit. The maid beside told Lin Xiuzhu, Miss, the musicians are all ready. I know. Just as he was about to start playing, the man came over saying, Miss Xiuzhu, wait. This drink is for you. You're beautiful and talented. Please do me the honor. Lin Xiuzhu took the wine and brought it to his lips. He noticed then, so it's drugged. Such a simple trick. To deal with you, one illusion is enough. After seemingly drinking it all, Lin Xiuzhu said, I shall begin now. As the performance began, Lin Xiuzhu sensed something was wrong. What's happening? This burning sensation. Did these bastards do something? But I didn't drink that wine. The drunk man looked at him and laughed shrilly. This drug is a rare find from foreign lands. This aphrodisiac in wine, just smelling it would make even a mortal strip down. Perfect for dealing with arrogant little sluts like you. By now, Lin Xiuzhu's cheeks were flushed red. Damn them for drugging me. I really want to kill these vermin right now. Ha ha ha. What are you afraid of? It's not like you're a woman who could lose her virtue. The man watched Lin Xiuzhu struggle with the heat, showing a lewd expression. Just as Lin Xiuzhu didn't know how to resolve this, something suddenly shot through the man's body. The young maid looked at the scene before her with surprise. She must have been terrified. Meanwhile, Lin Xiuzhu noticed the blind man standing nearby. He wondered, could he have done this? The young maid started shouting, "Miss, hide quickly! Someone's been killed." Lin Xiuzhu began pretending to flee. While running, he kept watching the blind man. The blind man gestured with his hand, beckoning him to come over. He actually ran towards the blind man. "We don't know what you're planning." The blind Su grabbed Lin Xiuzhu. Lin Xiuzhu demanded, "Did you kill that person?" The blind man told him, "I won't allow anyone to touch my beauty, except me." As for the blind man's next move, here's a picture for you to see. The full image is too disturbing to show. "Haha, get away." Lin Xiuzhu pushed the blind man away. "Haha, he was kissed by a man." Lin Xiuzhu questioned him, "You dare kill someone in public? Who exactly are you? I want to see what kind of eyes lie beneath that black cloth." But just as he reached out, the blind man stopped him. The blind man said, "Don't be naughty. Don't be curious about what you shouldn't. It will frighten you." Then the blind man cupped Lin Xiuzhu's face. "The urgent matter now is to solve your problem, my beauty. While everything's chaotic outside, let me help you." Lin Xiuzhu shouted, "Get away. Considering you helped me, I don't want to hurt you. Don't force me to act." Miss Lin truly isn't an ordinary brothel girl. How do you plan to act? The blind man put his hand between Lin Xiuzhu's legs, feeling around, and then said, "So you've hidden a knife. Confiscated." Unable to endure anymore, Lin Xiuzhu slapped him and cursed, "Get the hell away from me." Haha. Actually, he was touching Lin Xiuzhu's manhood. Meanwhile, Tang upstairs watched Shao Lu eating while thinking about Lin Xiuzhu's words. After thinking for a while, he finally picked up his weapon and walked to the door. Shao Lu asked, "Sir, where are you going?" Tang turned and replied, "Get some rest." Watching Tang slam the door shut, Shao Lu wondered, did I say something wrong to upset him? I'm pretty full now. After coming down the mountain, I've been so caught up in having fun that I haven't had time to discuss with Sir. How should we proceed on this 1,000-mile journey? Then he took out the map from his package. This journey starts from Zang, following the official road to Taidu Imperial City and Stone City. They're currently selecting disciples for the Zhang sect. I don't know if Tang will take me this way, or has other plans. What did he suddenly think of that made his expression change? Thinking of this, Shao Lu looked at the rice cakes on the table. He knows my past and future, even my favorite foods. But what about me? I know nothing about his past. Before, I dared not ask due to status, but now we're close as brothers. What am I to him, really? Shao Lu, you're in danger. Lin Xiuzhu, looking at the blind man he'd knocked to the ground, breathed a sigh of relief. The embarrassed Lin Xiuzhu sat down, body still trembling. Then the blind man came over, picked him up and said, "It seems Miss Lin." "No, Master Lin has quite a few secrets. I'm very interested in exploring them." When Shao Lu opened the room door, he found everyone fleeing. He curiously stood on the second floor looking down. It turned out the patrol officers had come to make arrests. Many women were captured. One officer found Lao Bao and said, "Madam Spring, there's been a murder here. Do you have any respect for the law in broad daylight?" Lao Bao explained, "Sir, as you know, our Spring Wind Pavilion has always conducted legitimate business. Perhaps some official offended someone and brought this misfortune." Just then, a junior officer came over saying, "Sir, during our secret search, we found a hidden room. It's holding beautiful young boys and girls. This witch must be up to something sinister." Hearing this, Lao Bao shouted, "You're talking nonsense." Then she said to the officer beside her, "Sir, it's not unusual for our business to have some special merchandise in reserve. You know our superior is someone neither of us can afford to offend. There's a reason Spring Wind Pavilion has lasted so many years in Ziyang. Some secrets are better left unquestioned." She then began bribing the officer. After the officer accepted, Lao Bao smiled and said, "We're just business people. Please be understanding and merciful, sir." The bribed officer began helping Lao Bao, announcing to everyone, "Pack up, back to the office to close the case." Shao Lu witnessed all this. What is this black-hearted Lao Bao trying to hide in that secret room? I must see what's really going on here. If they're doing something unconscionable, with Tang around, I won't fear them. After looking around to ensure no one was watching, Lao Bao went upstairs, with Shao Lu following. After looking around, Lao Bao muttered to herself, "What a mess. The officials are on to us. Fortunately, no one escaped. I'll deal with this tonight. You've caused such trouble today. Lost good money. Let's go. This place is unlucky." After Lao Bao left, Shao Lu went to the secret room's location, remembering she had pressed a mechanism there earlier. Brother Lin is also a cultivator. He's investigated for so long, but hasn't discovered this secret. Perhaps he really doesn't know. Or maybe the opponent is too powerful to challenge. It might be dangerous to go in rashly. Better wait for Tang Ingio's return to discuss it. Meanwhile, Lin Xiuzhu had tied the blind man to the bed. The blind man shouted, "Beauty, you're abandoning me after using me." As Lin Xiuzhu was about to leave, looking back at the noisy blind man, he found a pair of socks nearby and stuffed them in the blind man's mouth. Just then, a frightening shout came from outside. "Miss Lin, Madam is calling for you." "I'll settle accounts with you when I return," said Lin Xiuzhu while getting dressed to leave. As soon as Lin Xiuzhu left, the blind man broke free from the ropes. "This beauty is truly surprising. I'm tired. Tonight, I'll ask Lao Bao for some good stuff to recover." "Haha, you want to ask Lao Bao for recovery?" Meanwhile, Shao Lu was pacing in the room. Why isn't he back yet? The sun is about to set. He recalled Lao Bao's words. If people were locked in that room, their lives might be in danger. I have to take the risk. Before going, Shao Lu left a mark in the room. Soon, Shao Lu found the secret room's location and activated the mechanism. Shao Lu looked at the imprisoned children inside. Seeing Shao Lu's arrival, the people inside became agitated. "Someone's here. Don't come closer, brother. I'm scared." Seeing this, Shao Lu began comforting them. "Don't be afraid. I'm here to save you." Hearing this, a young man stood up, shouting, "I want to get out. I don't want to stay here another moment." As the young man started running outside, Shao Lu stopped him. "Where are you going? Running out like this will only get you discovered. Then none of you will be able to leave. Tell me what happened first, and I'll find a way." A little girl looked at him and asked, "You're not one of them? We've been held here for over half a month. They only give us a little food each day. I'm so scared. I want to go home." The young man also began describing their ordeal. "There were more of us originally. Lao Bao had ulterior motives, wanting to keep those of us with good looks to be trained at Spring Wind Pavilion. The rest were all given to him." When Shao Lu asked who, everyone started shouting, "A monster, a man-eating monster. We don't know when we'll become that thing's food too. It's a demon that bites the neck and drains people dry." Little Ba. I'll never forget the look in Little Ba's eyes before death. Surprised, Shao Lu asked what it looked like. The children responded, "It hides in the shadows. Its form looks no different from ordinary people. If what they say is true, it's likely a power from the cultivation world. We must get them out quickly." However, Tang Ingio was currently meditating in the mountains of Ziyang City. He recalled his past experiences. Back then, Tang Shao asked him why he wanted to become his disciple. "I want power. In this world, only the strong have the right to survive. I want to be like you." Shao Lu brought a pile of clothes to the youngsters and told them to change quickly. "There are many people outside. Disguise yourselves as commoners and leave in groups. Remember to avoid Spring Wind Pavilion's people. Once you're out the door, blend into the crowd and you'll have a chance." A little boy then said, "Brother, we can finally leave. Once I get out, I'll earn money and definitely cure your legs." But Shao Lu knew well that with severed tendons, even if healed, one would remain crippled. The youth said, "Hero, don't worry about me. Save my sister first." Shao Lu instructed them, "If we meet anyone while leaving, I'll pretend you're drunk and I'm taking you home. Take care of yourselves after getting out of here. Thank you for saving our lives. Get on my back. Brother, I'll keep watch outside for you." Just as Shao Lu was about to carry the youth out, they suddenly heard the youth's sister screaming outside. Slowly, a pool of blood flowed in. Well, this blood flows quite nicely." The blind man walked in. "What a surprise. I spent so much effort trying to catch you. Now you've delivered yourself to my doorstep." The man on Shao Lu's back saw the blind man and started shouting, "What did you do to my sister?" However, the blind man ignored him and said to Shao Lu, "Mu Shao Lu, we meet again." Seeing Shao Lu's surprise, the blind man explained, "Don't you remember?" "I remember clearly. Your waist is slim and soft. Your buttocks perky, feels quite nice. No wonder Subai likes young Master Lin. So you're a pervert." Shao Lu realized the worst had happened. It would have been better if Spring Wine Pavilion's people came, but this person before him was a cultivator. Then Subai approached Shao Lu and told him, "If you want to save them, it's simple. Once I devour you and get the red fire lotus, then, for your sake, I can spare these insects." Shao Lu put down the man on his back and said, "Those cultivators at Bloodwashed with sect didn't know. The real secret mantra is with me. You were after me from the start." Hearing Shao Lu say this, Subai admitted, "Clever. Indeed, I planned it all." Shao Lu responded, "Countless people at Wood Sect and Spring Wind Pavilion died because of you. With so much blood on your hands, aren't you afraid of karma? Hearing Shao Lu mention karma, Subai directly removed his black blindfold and said, Karma? Hee, who will punish me? The world is inherently unfair. Shao Lu looked at the man before him. He had to do something, or he would perish here. Tang only taught me the golden light mantra and wind control technique. The former can only stabilize souls. The latter is a basic spell for controlling surrounding air currents. As he spoke, Shao Lu controlled the dagger to move behind Subai. Shao Lu looked at the youth behind him. Buy more time to let this youth escape. His sister was already gone. He couldn't let him meet the same fate. If he could wait for Tang or Brother Lin to arrive, they could deal with this guy. While thinking, Subai had already walked up to Shao Lu, saying with a smile, carrying the red fire lotus, makes you pray in all cultivators' eyes. I look forward to seeing if one day, when you must do unthinkable things to survive, will you still care about karma? But you won't have that chance. Shao Lu threatened. There are other cultivators in Spring Wind Pavilion. You won't escape if you harm me. Don't worry about that. Come here obediently. I can already feel the fragment within me yearning for the complete mantra. The youth nearby saw that Shao Lu's dagger couldn't hurt him at all. He grabbed the dagger and shouted, You monster! Give me back my sister. I'll make you pay with your life. How could Subai possibly be hurt by a mere mortal? The blind Su turned and pinned the youth to the ground. He snatched the dagger and stabbed the youth. Our protagonist Shao Lu had never seen such a scene. He immediately started cursing, You beast! But as soon as he finished cursing, blind Su flashed to Shao Lu's side and grabbed his neck. At this critical moment, the jade pendant on Shao Lu's chest suddenly began to glow. In an instant, blind Su, who had just bitten Shao Lu's neck, was struck away by a palm strike. Yes, it was Tang who struck. The jade pendant could locate Shao Lu's position and sense danger. However, Shao Lu had already fainted. Blind Su realized then, damn, he can fold space. This is the power of the divine transformation realm. The palm strike not only sent Subai flying, but also severed one of his arms. Damn, I can't fall into his hands. The remaining core fragment can still power one last concealment technique. Even if I, Subai, become an Azura, I will reclaim the power that should be mine. Subai activated a powerful spell, blasting open the second floor's dark room. Frightened women scattered everywhere. Lin Xiuzhu also felt this power. It's a spell fluctuation. Tang looked at the unconscious Shao Lu in his arms, shouting, Mu Shao Lu, how are you? Can you hear me? I came too late. Due to the blood draining, half of Shao Lu's face had already begun to age. Physical withering, soul extraction. After hundreds of years of slaughter, the Hound's soul-stealing technique hasn't disappeared. To explain, the Hounds were an evil cultivation organization in the desert, named for their treacherous methods. Hence the name. Lao Bao arrived at the scene. Looking at the corpses everywhere, his body began to tremble. What sins have I committed? I can't hide what I've done anymore. People discussed among themselves, we should report this to officials quickly. Who are these people? They're not from our pavilion. Lin Xiuzhu walked over, and people started commenting, he's still going over there? How brave. Just then, Tang came out carrying Shao Lu. Tang told Lin Xiuzhu, he escaped. We were right, it was Subai. If Shao Lu wasn't in critical condition, I would have done more than just take his arm. At this moment, scenes of the blind man flashed through Lin Xiuzhu's mind. His body trembling, he said, Liar. Cultivators don't harm innocent mortals. Subai, if we meet again, I'll end you myself. To account for Wang Xi's life. This time, the unconscious Shao Lu arrived in this illusory space again. He walked unsteadily in the environment. Why am I here again? What's happening to me? A voice came, Mu Shao Lu, come here. Don't you want to continue living? Don't you want to stay by his side? Come quickly. A raging fire appeared before Shao Lu. Hearing the fire's call, he walked toward it. He reached out to touch the flames. At the moment of contact, the flames enveloped him. The voice came again. The lotus was originally Buddhist Dharma. Now demons use it for rebirth. In reality, Shao Lu's body was burning with flames while soaking in a bathtub. Tang facing away from Shao Lu, muttered to himself, his physical body was already weak, and now it's in this state. Half his soul was devoured. Unless we share a fragment, but But then, Tang Ingio was amazed to discover that Shao Lu's body was healing itself. How is this possible? Tang Ingio stepped forward, watching Shao Lu's self-healing. The red fire lotus is rejected by the world, precisely because its cultivation method is cruel, gaining power at the cost of self-harm. But Mu Xiaolo's foundation is shallow. Even with soul damage, he shouldn't be able to activate the mantra to repair. Unless Master had comprehended the unprecedented fifth form at the ancestor's falling place, powerful enough to autonomously rebuild Shao Lu's soul. The fire-slaying lotus, first is self-cultivation, second is demon-slaying, third is world-pacifying, fourth is saving all beings, fifth is battling gods and Buddhas. Besides the ancestor, no one has reached this realm. If this is true, the mantra accelerates awakening speed. Once it fully dominates, this body can no longer be retrieved. It's not time yet. At least wait until. Thinking this, Tang Ingio pulled Shao Lu out of the bathtub. Tang Ingio placed Shao Lu on the bed and began casting spells. Forceful suppression will consume much primordial spirit, but there's no choice now. Meanwhile, Subai, walking on the road, accidentally fell to the ground. The suffering Subai gritted his teeth and said, "If not for that incorrectly practiced fragment back then, how could I have ended up like this? The chance to repair my core was right there, yet I missed it again and again. I can't accept this. Those parasitic dogs of the Su family, I'll make you pay eventually." Suddenly Subai thought of Lin Xiuzhu. I wonder how he is now. Afraid we'll never meet again. After the suppression, Shao Lu still lay unconscious on the bed, while Tang Ingio was covered in sweat. Then Lin Xiuzhu came to Tang Ingio's door and knocked. "Brother Tang, how is Shao Lu?" After Tang Ingio opened the door, his head was covered in sweat. Seeing this, Lin Xiuzhu asked, "Your energy is unstable. What exactly happened?" Tang Ingio responded, "He has the complete red fire lotus inside. I used 70% of my power to suppress it." Lin Xiuzhu was extremely surprised upon hearing this and shouted, "Are you crazy? I can recover in 10 days, it's fine. But why did you change back? Not pretending to be a woman anymore." Lin Xiuzhu warned him, "I came to talk about this. We can't stay here anymore. We need to find another place to live. This incident has caused quite a stir in the city. Spring Wind Pavilion is going to be raided." That old keeper was quite bold. Trafficking non-slave people is a serious crime. No matter how powerful his backing is, he can't cover it up. Then Tang Ingio asked, "You know that Subai?" Lin Xiuzhu didn't respond about Subai, but instead brought up the past. "I remember when I first met you in my teens. I was a young master spoiled by treasures then. You were like your master, a little demon living on the edge. You always stole my treasures and magical tools. Back then, all we thought about was how to become stronger. Occasionally we'd go out and mock those foolish mortal romances. Cultivators live long lives. Only self-improvement is the right path. But in youth, we didn't know the bitterness of the mortal world. Now that I've stepped in, I understand its taste. Brother Tang, I hope you don't." Tang Ingio stood up before he could finish. After standing, Tang Ingio walked towards Shao Lu and responded, "What are you worried about? This is just a move to obtain the red fire lotus." Soon after, Shao Lu woke up. Tang Ingio and Lin Xiuzhu were standing by the bed watching him. Shao Lu began speaking, "Tang Ingio, it really is you. What happened to that evil person? He was the one at Mount Mu." Before he could finish, Tang Ingio stopped him. Lin Xiuzhu said, "You almost lost your life because of this." Hearing that Tang Ingio saved him, Shao Lu sat up immediately and asked, "Sir, were you injured?" Tang Ingio replied, "No, your soul just recovered. Don't move around." Lin Xiuzhu walked to the door saying, "I'll go check the situation outside. We'll find another place to stay in these 2 days." After Lin Xiuzhu left, Shao Lu began blaming himself. "I couldn't save them. That girl was so young, her eyes full of hope. Her brother's tendons were cut. He'll be crippled for life. Why must they suffer such a fate? They only wanted to live." The patrol office and Spring Wind Pavilion are in cahoots. If I were stronger, I wouldn't have had to watch them fall before me. Hearing this, Tang Ingio began consoling him that Xiexio Yuan is the second son of the Su family head. Though the Su family isn't among the 9 heavens, they're still a renowned cultivator family. With Subai's aptitude, even with a ruined core, Ordinary people can't handle him. If you can't resist, then it's their fate. Don't blame yourself. Hearing this, Shao Lu's eyes widened. Their fate? As cultivators, you can treat mortals like livestock, trampling and taking from them as you please? Are mortal lives inherently inferior to yours? Tang Inju looked at him helplessly. They didn't have the power to protect themselves from being killed by Subai. They would have died at the keeper's hands anyway. Shao Lu raised his head and challenged. Then when I was nearly beaten to death in the woodshed as a child, did you think that was justified too? Seeing Tang Inju not responding, Shao Lu asked again, how much blood is on your hands, sir? Tang Inju didn't blink and calmly replied, countless. Were there any innocent people among them? Hearing Tang Inju's response, Shao Lu was shocked, started to withdraw, and said, how are you any different from that evil person? Tang Inju seriously told him, Mu Shaolu, put away your kindness. Mount Mu is a pure place. Your inexperience makes such thoughts normal. Then Tang Inju leaned close to Shaolu's face and said, but you carry the red fire lotus. You must understand that this world is a jungle where the strong devour the weak. Whether cultivator or mortal, only the living have the right to speak. Then, Tang Inju initiated memory sharing with Shaolu. It's amazing that even this could be shared. Suddenly, Shaolu entered Tang Inju's memories. He saw a child bound in chains before him. Why did he look so familiar? Could this be young Tang Inju? Realizing this, Shaolu rushed towards young Tang Inju but passed right through him. Shaolu observed everything around him. I was just in the room. Could this be an illusion he created? Or past memories? Never mind. Let's follow and see what happens. So Shaolu followed the group. At this time, other captives began discussing, where is this? I want to go to Tiandu. I don't want to stay here. This is the Gobi, beyond the 9 provinces. A green-clothed youth warned the newcomer, don't provoke those people. Here you only need to temper your physical body, survive to kill them, or be possessed by them. The Gobi hides countless fallen spaces of great powers, filled with treasures and texts. But the harsh winds there severely corrode cultivators' bodies. No one wants to risk it. In the entire cultivation world, only the hyenas dare to traverse here, using their bestial methods. The sick, injured, weak, anyone useless to them becomes food. There's one person here you can't provoke. A reckless one they call Aing. Shaolu followed the group, learning that 100 years ago, in the Gobi beyond the 9 provinces, there were exiled cultivators using vicious and strange methods, practicing forbidden esoteric techniques. Living outside the law, the cultivation world called them hunting dogs. They gathered young bodies, selecting strong ones as disciples. When their own flesh was corroded, they would possess their disciples' bodies. Those who failed became food reserves, driven by hyenas and slaughtered at will. A hyena threw a stone at young Tang, cursing, get closer. With such a weak body, your brain must be useless. Shaolu wanted to help but couldn't touch anything. This must be a fixed memory. He wants me to see his past. No matter what I do, I can't change anything here. Is this the world of cultivators? To survive, one must become stronger at all costs. So this is why you said those things to me. Like a wolf cub, licking his own wounds. I've always been used to his strength, naturally seeking protection. But who could protect him? Tang Inju, Aing. I know this is just a memory illusion, and I can't touch anything here, but I want to stay with you. Let me explain about fallen spaces. They are spatial tombs created by powerful cultivators after death to store their treasures and texts. The higher the cultivator's level, the more precious the treasures left behind. The bone-scraping winds unique to the Gobi Desert, due to its harsh environment, made it a favored resting place for many cultivators. Those who resist the winds must repeatedly temper their bodies. Even so, prolonged exposure shortens lifespan. Time flows differently in memory space. A day here seems like an instant. Those memories flowed into my mind without permission. I witnessed Aang's growth here, his increasingly muscular arms, his growing strength, and the ruthless look in his eyes that shouldn't belong to someone his age. Today was one of the rare days without the harsh winds. Unlike usual days, there was a hint of deadly intent in the air. A hyena pointed his blade at Aing. People discussed about Aing. The possession is about to happen. Aing is the strongest among us. His body will be taken over. The hunter dog ordered Aing to lie down. Don't make me force you. Your appearance is decent, much better than my current body. Another dog came from behind, saying, wait, second brother, this body's at the right age. Wonder how many women that face could win over. Shaolu watched their exchange. Tang Inju is still fine now. Aing should be able to survive this crisis. Just before the possession, Aing released a life-and-death battle aura, asking the hyena, "Shall we make a death pact? Life or death by fate?" The two were surprised. Life-and-death battle aura? He's challenging the hyena. "He's crazy," said the green-clothed boy. By the hunter's custom, if a disciple wins, the master can take his position. They welcome stronger companions. The hunter cursed, "Who do you think you are? It's your honor that I want your body, yet you dare challenge me? Since this rule exists, I'll accept. Let me teach you regret." The hyena attacked Aing with his weapon, but Aing dodged. Their fight stirred up dust clouds. Shao suddenly remembered, I forgot these don't affect me. Realizing this, Shao began cheering, "Go, young Aing. You'll become a great Huashan realm cultivator in the future. None here can match you, and you'll meet me, a cultivation fool with low talent." At this point, Shao stopped shouting. On the battlefield, Aing found his chance and thrust his hand into the hunter's eye. He directly gouged out one of the hunter's eyes. The low attack was a feint. The real target was the eye. Though treacherous, this move was most effective. But Aang's hand was too small, and his opponent too dangerous. He could only take one eye. The enraged hunter grabbed Aang's throat, shouting, "You're quite capable. Fine, insect. I don't want your body anymore. Only killing you will satisfy my hatred. Die." As he spoke, the hunter stabbed downward. Shao wanted to block it, but could do nothing.